Hello. This is just almost like doors open, I suppose, on Graves Gospel Unplugged. So if you are, I need to turn all my notifications off so you don't all see those. If you're here, please comment to say you're here. It would be really exciting to see who's coming on to Graves Gospel Unplugged tonight, and we're just going to be doing some exercises, some breathing techniques. I know I've had a cough today and have been struggling to breathe, and so even though breathing is really important for singing, it's also important for anyone who's feeling under the weather right now. Yeah, we'll just wait for people to arrive. I've got my cup of tea. Anyone who's been to Grace Gospel before will know that we probably talk about tea and drink as much tea as we do gospel singing. So hi Matt, welcome. Yes, we have a lower basin set. So far it's just a duet, Matt, so good work. It says there's 2 watching, that's exciting. If whoever you are, number 2, do come and say hi. So yeah, this is just doors open, guys, and we'll wait to see who else arrives. Also, Graves Gospel, we're pretty used to people being late. We will know that it's our choir when everyone arrives at around about 7:40. So this is about right. Got a really interesting setup going on here. This is now our little living room area, and this used to be where our dining table was. But hi Bryony, we've moved our dining table over to the other side of the room so we can sit by the window as we homework, which has been interesting. So we've done our first day together, my housemate and I, as during which I developed a very annoying cough. That's lasted about 8 hours, and so we decided we're self-isolating. There's 7 people here. Who else is here? Come say hi. I can only see that Matt and Brian are here, so actually arriving on time. This is well exciting. Really great to see you. It's kind of weird. I'm just going to monologue for about half an hour. If you haven't already, we're going to be doing a social afterwards on a piece of software called Zoom. If you haven't downloaded it yet, just type that in the comments or let us know and we can help you with the technicalities of that. That is easy squeezy. And because we just love to hang out. One of the best things that we do as a choir is that we hang out, drink lots of tea. If you've got a cup of tea, let me know. Type, I've got tea. Help me feel like I'm not just monologuing to myself. Yeah, what time are we on? 7:33. No one's got tea. This is very sad. So today I'm going to do some of our favourite warm-ups. We're going to do a bit of Bella Signora. We're going to do our favourite Bob's Got a Head Like a Ping Pong Ball. And you don't have to worry if you look like a nugget, because there's probably no one else listening to you sound like a nugget. But we like being a bit silly in our warm-ups, so do keep doing that. We'll do a bit of Judi Dench and Many Men, all of those tongue twistery ones. And then actually, before we start singing, I said this at the beginning, but I don't think many people were around, we're going to do some breathing exercises. Because actually right now, not only is breathing really important for singing, getting the right amount of air into our lungs is really important. Actually, a lot of us are feeling really anxious right now. A lot of us are maybe coming down with cold symptoms. It's that time of year. Hi, Mateus, from Brazil. Amazing, nice to see you. Very welcome to Virtual Graves Gospel. Um, yeah, wow, I got distracted. I get distracted easily. You'll notice that if you join us for a little bit. So we're feeling anxious. Some of us are struggling with colds, and if you are potentially struggling with a cough, breathing is really important. And then we'll come and sing Lord You Are Good, which is a Groves Gospel favourite. I will Groves Gospel. Your part learning, that means you can just go make another cup of tea, which you can't do during an in-person rehearsal, because otherwise I'd be like, guys, seriously, what are you doing? You are also, thank you for being here. And yeah, thanks for believing in the fact that Groves Gospel Unplugged can happen. If the sound goes out, if I don't make any sense, do just type a comment. Louise, you don't make any sense. That's a point. If you've not been in Groves Gospel before, I'm Louise. I usually run the choir, and will be doing so just on here for the foreseeable. And I'm excited to see what it brings us. So cool. It is 7:36, so I make it about time to do our physical warm-up. So hopefully you'll be able to see me. I might need to move this up here a little bit. Great. So I was talking earlier about the fact that we are probably all feeling a little bit more anxious. And when you are anxious, you get a lot of tension in your body. And our bodies are our instruments. So let's make sure that we are feeling nice and loose. And so just start with a big, almost like a yawn. Open up that chest area so we're feeling nice and stretched. Stretch as far to the sides as you can. Stretch right up. Oh, I've just hit my ceiling. Can't do that in the hall we usually rehearse in. Stretch right up and then drop right down. And just hang down there for a bit. And then we'll reach right back up again. Reaching up. I keep hitting my light fitting. This is not going that well. And drop down again. And just stay there really gently, loosely swinging around. And then if you just want to come up and imagine that your back is broken up into its different, and just imagine that you are stacking those. So we come up from our hip and we uncurl ourselves, making sure that the last thing to come up is our head. All the better, but no one can see you, so that's great. And just give your shoulders a nice roll. I don't know about you guys, but most of my tension happens in my shoulders, so just give them a couple forward. If you're prone to a bit of a click, that's fine, just hold here. And a few backwards. And if you're ignoring my warm-up, I'll never know. A few backwards on this side. And a few forwards. Great work. And oh, someone else has responded. Great. And if you just imagine, you can't see this, but imagine that your hips, maybe I'll bring it down a little bit again. Because I just want you to imagine for a second that your hips have eyes that are here. And let's just practice pointing our hips down and then them looking back up, down and looking back up to the ceiling. And now I want you to imagine that there is a weight that has been tied right to the bottom of your back, and that is releasing the tension and it's dropping down here. So you should feel like your lower back muscles are released there, and then you should feel like you want to bend your knees a lot. And that's great. And then just give yourself a nice little face massage. Make sure that you are getting right into your jaw. If you look really silly, all the better. I'm going to make that a thumbnail. Right up. And back into your hairline. Again, if you look silly, for once I can't see you and you can see me. So look as silly as you like. And just back here as well. That's great. Make sure we're nice and loose. Okay, fab. So I feel like it's time to sing. So we're going to do a little singing warm up. We're 10 minutes in. That's great. If you don't know where your vocal range is, that's okay. A lot of these are tailored so that they start in a comfortable range. And as it gets up higher, if you find that you can't sing higher, drop back down. That's fine. Sing it an octave lower. If you don't know what an octave is, just try and match the pitch as best as possible. But don't strain anything. If anything feels like it's straining, stop. We're here to have fun. We don't come to sing at Grace Gospel on a Monday night to feel pressured into anything. And this is our Monday nights off, and we're here to have fun. So have as much fun as you can, even though it's just a warm up. So this one goes like this. We're going to start and it goes like this. Bella Signora. I'll do that one more time. It goes Bella Signora. And for the yo, we're just going to hold it for 4 for the first time. So you'll hear me actually say Bella Signora 2, 3, 4. And I will do that. I'll warn you if we're going to go up into 8 or 12 or then 16. So you'll have fair warning. Are we ready? Bella Signora. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4. We'll do 8 this time. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 12 this time. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one. Bella Signora 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you've managed that, fantastic, great work. The next one we do is to get our mouths warmed up. We want to make sure, so that was a really good an exercise in making sure that we can sing really smoothly. But sometimes we have a lot of words to spit out. And actually, when we're singing as a choir, we are giving a message to our audience. We want to make sure that they really know what we're saying. Speaking really well while we're singing is really important. So this one is called Bob's Got a Head Like a Ping Pong Ball. Just going to repeat that for you. That is Bob's got a ping pong ball. So it goes like this. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, like a ping pong, ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Obligatory extra in Grove's Gospels as we finish, just to make sure that those vocal folds are really doing what they need to do. So if you can join in this next time, if you recognise the tune, it should be helpful. And again, it doesn't matter if you sing the wrong thing, because no one can hear you, apart from maybe your housemates or your family. So that's fine. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong, ping pong, ping pong ball, like a ping pong, ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Woo! I'm laughing at myself, no one else can hear me. Well, my housemate can, but she's in the other room. We'll go here. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Speed up. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong, ping pong ball, like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Woo! Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong ball, like a ping pong, like a ping pong, like a ping pong, like a ping pong ball. Bob's got a head like a ping pong ball. We're going to sing Judi Dench to the same tune this time. Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi, Judi Dench. Woo! I'm exhausted. Hope you are too. We'll do one more. We'll do our many men's. Many men, many men, many men. Many men, 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 many men. Woo! Fantastic. Now I'm feeling pretty exhausted now. I'm also wheezing a lot because I'm not very well. And as I've said loads of times, our bodies are our instruments, and the way that we power our instruments when we sing is through our breaths. We have something called a diaphragm, which you might have heard singers refer to before. Your diaphragm is not a muscle that you have conscious control over. So clenching your stomach muscles, it's not going to do anything. But what we can do is by learning really good singing and breathing exercises, we can learn to use our diaphragm muscles really well because they will automatically kick in. So one of the things that we can do is just by learning to take a really good breath when we run out. Sip of tea, important. So the way that we manage that is, I'm going to stand up again because breathing exercises are always better when you've got more control over your breathing. So a little bit like this. We want to expel all of the air you've got. So if you just start by just going, get out all of the air that's in your lungs. When you feel like you've run out, I want you to now release. Now that was possibly a bad example because you possibly heard my breathing. That's because I'm not very well. but what we're aiming for is as in as silent a breath as possible. Hi Rob, hi Helen, welcome. We're just doing some breathing exercises. So once again, I want you to breathe out, just expel all of your air, like this. And then a nice big release, and I shouldn't be able to hear it at all. What you should feel at this point is you shouldn't feel tight up here at all. As I release, I should feel my air filling in my tummy. So I should see a visible, my tummy should get bigger. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. The air should be filling down here. And so just give it another go. A big breath out. And a nice release. Now I had a singing teacher at university who said your eyes should be as wide at that point as it is if you've just had the biggest surprise of your life. Oh, sorry, Heather. Hello. I didn't realise you'd only just joined. And hello to everyone. I can't see who everyone is who's there, so hi. It's nice to have you with us. With me. I don't know why I'm talking like the royal we. I'm not the royal we. And so let's just give that one more go. Expelling all our air and then learning to fill, not by sucking, but by releasing. Should be really, really nice and filled down here. So one more, just expel all your air. And then imagine you've had a big surprise. And it should be nice and ready to go. And if you've done that, then you should be able to go and annoy whoever you live with and talk in really, really long sentences until they get annoyed and tell you to shut up. But you'll still have enough air because you won't even need to take a pause for breath, and then you'll just keep going and you'll just keep going and you just keep going and you just keep going. And I just about ran out there. So you get the idea. These are really helpful for just generally lung capacity, increasing our sorry, I just read a comment. Just in general, being ready to sing and sing in long phrases. I hope you've all got. It's a very important part. Just one more thing to think about while we're breathing is that you should not get to the point at the end of singing a line where you are so desperate for breath that you then go. One of the great things about singing in a choir is that your breaths are often covered by the people around you. So unless we take a choice to take a breath as a choir, then you can kind of just take a breath when you need to. And that's something that we really encourage at Grace Gospel, is that you're taking good breaths, even if they're not in exactly the right place. And we do often talk about how you do that to make it as unobvious as possible. When you're singing on your own at home at the moment, just don't worry. So just take a breath when you need to. And we can polish these things out when we're back together, because we will be back together, and that's really exciting. So if you're feeling warmed up, if you're feeling like you're ready to breathe really well, if you're feeling like your bodies are nice and relaxed, then let's do a little bit of this song called Lord You're Good. If you don't know this song, that's fine. I'm going to go through it line by line. The first lines are all in unison, and then we split into 3 parts. Those 3 parts I will probably refer to as soprano, alto and tenor, but I will try to refer to them as top, middle and bottom. If you're top, then you have quite a high voice. Probably you're singing up here and higher. an alto, you might be able to reach those notes higher than those, but your general range is going to be around there. And then your lower parts, your tenors, you're probably going to be, that's going to be your highest note. But to you, that will feel more like it does for me. So your is more where you're sad, but that will feel a bit higher. If you choose to go through the bottom part and that's too high, again, take it down an octave. We're not looking for close harmony necessarily in this, even though that's what it's written as. It's super fun if we've got some nice meaty basses at the bottom as well. Cool. So I'm gonna turn so you can hopefully still see my face while I play the piano. That's very bright. Let's turn that on. Hey. Cool. So I'm going to take it slowly at first. The beginning bit is all in something called triplets. So they've got that really groovy beat. So they're all 3 notes in one beat. Da 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 da. Just do that with me. Da 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 da. Nice. One more time. Da 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 da. The words to go with this are good and your mercy endureth forever. That's Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. So you'll notice that on the ever, unlike all the rest of it, we've got a whole triplet's worth, a whole beat's worth on that word ever, and it goes ever. Don't put the in, but you can for fun. So one more time, we're just with the words. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. And then the notes go like this. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Do it with me. 2, 3, 4. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. So ever at the end there. 2, 3, 4. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. One more time. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Nice. Should we sing that with some chords underneath? So this is what the intro sounds like. Gonna do it again. Woo! Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Yay! Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. One more time. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Next bit goes like this. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, and again. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, and again. People from every nation, from generation to generation. Nice. So that was the top people part, or the soprano part. And I'm just gonna, from people from every nation and tongue, and again, nice triplet beats. People and tongue, from generation to generation. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. And top part, it goes like this. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Again. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Can you just do that with me? 2, 3, 4. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. And we'll do a run-in. So we'll do a run-in from one of the Lord You Are Goods. And what happens is you go, ever, 1, 2, 3, 4. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Nice. And if you're singing the middle part, or you know yourself to be an alto, your part goes like this. Same words. So you're going ever. You need to find this note. Ever, please do that. Ever, please. Ever, please. Nice, cool. So then we're just going to do people from every nation and tongue again. And we're going to follow basically the same pattern as the sopranos did. So it goes like this. Ever, 1, 2, 3, 4. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. And again, people from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. One more time. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Lovely. I know you smashed that alto, so I can sense it. And my last group, my bottom group, or tenors or basses, whatever you refer to yourself as, goes like this. Good. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. And again, people from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Great. You're following the same pattern. Everything's the same. Let's just practice getting that A and that note that we start on from the ever. So it goes like this. Ever, please. Ever, please. And again, ever, please. Or if you're doing it down the octave, it might sound like this. Ever, please. Ever, please. So 2, 3, 4. Ever, 1, 2, 3, 4. People from nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Nice. So hopefully we should be able to put all 3 parts together now. In theory, I won't know. But I'll sing a part. I'm going to sing the alto part because that's what I default to, because I am alto. So your notes are B, 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 P, P, P. Glad there's no children watching. P, P, P. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Try it again. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Nice. Let's put both bits together. And then I think, let's see how much time we've got. I think we will learn Certainly the kind of tune part of the "We worship you," which is really fun. And then we will have sung a whole song together. Oh, hi, Becky. Great, this is exciting. So I'm going to do that intro again because it's super fun, and also because you're at home and I can't see you, please lots of gospel boogie. I'm expecting the to be happening in people's living rooms. I shouldn't be too energetic. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of that, please, because this is a time to celebrate. Excited, a time to enjoy the fact that we can be together and be singing together, even though we can't see each other. So yeah, let's do it. It goes like this. Get your boogie on, come on! Woo! Lord, you are good. We say, Lord, you are good, and your mercy endureth forever. Woo! Lord, you are good, and your mercy endureth forever. All time. Are good, and your mercy endureth forever. Lord, you are good, and your mercy endureth forever. Hearts, people from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, and people from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation. Amazing. I can sense that there was a lot of cooking and clapping going on. That is great. Okay, so then we go like this. We worship. I've lost those triplets. So it's almost like we've to this. And then we just go free. We worship you. It's super fun. And you can just unleash, get your inner diva out, and go crazy on that. So like this. We worship you. 2, 3, 4. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. 2, 3. We worship you. 3, 4. Hallelujah. And do it again with me. 1. Worship you. 3, 4. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And then we basically repeat that. Except there's a little bit that's a bit tricky at the end. It goes, we worship you for who you are. I can't even play it, it's too fast. So we worship you for who you are. So, we worship for who you are. So the whole thing, the whole chorus goes like this. We worship you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Worship you for who you are. We worship you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We worship you for who you are. And then it has a bit, you are good. I know that a lot of you have probably sung this with me before. So that's super fun. What time are we on? 10 past. Okay. So we have almost done our 40 minutes. Oh, the video keeps stalling. Oh no. Okay. Maybe that's fixed it. Who knows? Next week I'll be able to leave the house. As of literally a few hours ago, I started coughing, so I couldn't go and use the Wi-Fi over at St Thomas's where we usually meet. So let's do a run through, and and see how that goes. And if it hasn't worked so well for you, I'm really sorry. And we'll give it a go again, and hopefully I'll see you on Zoom in about 15-ish minutes for our social, and you can give me feedback, and we can keep working on this and making it better. So, 2, 3, 4. Mercy endureth forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Sing it again. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. And Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, build respect. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, we worship you. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we worship you for who you are. We worship you. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we worship you for who you are. And you are good. We're gonna go around again. Ready? Here we go. Woo! Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, we worship you. Hello folks, I literally have just logged back in to live stream to say I got so enthusiastic singing gospel music that I literally shook the my phone off the piano. Such vigorous singing, and I hope you are joining me. I've had so much fun, 45 minutes of singing and joyful noise, and also knowing that you guys have been here with me. So even though I've been feeling a little bit pants today because I've got this cough, she says, and just missing being with you guys. I'm so glad that we get to share this. So I will see you next week, and we will have more joyful noise in about 15 minutes, so enough time for you to make a cup of tea. Very important. Graves Gospel always make tea. You've got a chance to go and make your own tea, and then I will see you over Zoom in 15 minutes. If you want the link, just send a message to the Graves Gospel page. We'll just be drinking tea and chatting together, and just enjoying our community together, because this is a choir that's all about community. So I will see you guys. I'm still finding it hilarious I managed to flipping knock my phone off the piano. But that's how much fun I was having. And I hope you were too. So cool. See you guys later. Thanks for a wonderful rehearsal. Bye.